Jason's gonna spin it and spin Wortley with him.
Oh no! Oh, trouble for Powell! He spins it! The crash, the big one! And here comes two for one.
To the inside, they're 3 by 3.
That looks for turn 3.
Oh no, he moved up! He moved up! Oh no! And here comes Mark for the crossover. Gonna move behind, can't do it.
Checkered flag. Tyler Mallon wins at Atlanta. The Online Racing Network proudly presents ORL. It is now officially the Clash as we get set to go here 20 laps around this racetrack. We have 9 drivers here looking for an opportunity to make their way into the race. Jacob Hintz, Nathan Kiani here with you for the call as we get set to go for what should be a pretty interesting race here. Kiani, what do you think we'll see?
This is going to be a fun race. The track is pretty green. These drivers don't have a lot of experience racing the road course here at Daytona. And I think we'll see some great action all through the field.
It's certainly possible as we get set to go here. I can turn the music off now. Fade that out. Beautiful. All right. Field is on the back straightaway right now. They've already gotten the command. They're already rolling. There you see the Clash entry list up on your screen. Lottery qualifying. And why don't you take us through the starting lineup here?
In the pole, we have the 99 Ford of Austin Delgado, and the outside pole is the 24 Van Easterday. Second row rather. Third position is the 92 of Jack Gubbins in the Toyota. And the 00 of Carter Friesen in the Toyota. Third row, fourth place, Mark Riggleman Jr. in the number 26 iRacing Impala. Jimmy Powell the third in the 81 Burger King Impala. And rounding out the field, Roger Ray in the 06 Great Railing Dodge and David Alvarez in the 68 Coca-Cola Chevy.
9 drivers have 20 laps to try and capture the flag here at the Daytona Road Course at Daytona Beach. For the Clash, the first official non-points event is about ready to go green. Green flags in the air. We're underway at Daytona.
Gubbins already gets off to an aggressive start. He took a peek in the middle. These guys have plenty of time to make moves. It's only 20 laps.
Into the first turn they go. Gubbins all over the back bumper of leader Austin Delgado as they come through the S's, I guess. Not really a turn as one car got up onto the curbs and got me nervous there. It was Roger Ray. He blows by a bunch of people. He's already in 5th after starting in the back. Delgado and Gubbins side by side for the lead Easterday, trying to make it 3 wide.
Gubbins wasting no time trying to get to the front. He knows he only has 20 laps to do this. But the question is, can he be patient enough to make his move around Delgado when the time is right?
Well, I'll just have to wait and see here at this point. As here they come now, headed towards the last corner on the infield part of the track. And Gubbins slides up.
Wide.
Here comes Delgado. Underneath, for the lead, side by side. Gubbins hits the wall.
Yeah, he got the wall entering the bank section of the track. As they're all single file, we could see some passes here with the slipstream.
Here's Easterday. He takes care of second spot. Down the back stretch for the first time. Heading for the bus stop. This ought to be good.
Yeah. Ben Easterday dives on the brakes. He locks up.
Oh, Easterday gets turned.
Around,
He slams back in
hard
first,
in the wall.
hard into the wall. Caution will not come out. We will stay green. Single car incident after, well, Easterday, I think, just got dumped. There by the 92, just a little too much. Or not enough braking.
Remember, it's early in the race. You can't really be making moves like that early.
And here's Riggleman to the outside of Gubbins. He comes up to block. We're on lap 2. Now Roger Ray looks to the inside for third as they head through the first corner. Gubbins starts to go wide. Here comes Ray underneath, side by side for second.
Roger Ray running that
Gubbins
throwback
pushes
Ray
all the way off the track.
Wow.
Bucking like a Bronco
crazy.
off the curbs, and here comes Riggleman now underneath for third. Let's take a look at the crash involving Easterday a lap ago. This was in the bus stop on the backstretch, and looks like Gubbins just flat ran him over, ran into the back of him.
No doubt about that. He braked much later than Easterday did and just ran into the back of him.
Gubbins trying to dive it in on Delgado, locks up the tires as they head back up to NASCAR Turn 1.
Austin Delgado, he has experience here. He drove the 24 for drive-thru racing ventures and iRacing, so he should know this track pretty well.
That he should, although the team wasn't able to get on a podium because of a mechanical issue. They were still able to claw their way back up through the field. He leads right now by about 6 car lengths as Gubbins tries to close the gap. He locks it up, heading into the bus stop.
And that is how you burn off your front tires.
Oh,
Sooner
yeah.
or later, Gubbins will probably have some handling issues because he's been locking up every lap in the same turns.
And remember, 20 laps. We've still got a long way to go. It's not a 5-lap sprint like the dash for the Clash was about an hour ago. Here they come
These
off
guys
NASCAR
have
Turn
to.
4.
These guys have to make a pit stop for fuel because I'm pretty sure you start with 18 projected laps. So we might see some people either try to stretch it or make some quick green flag pit stops.
I believe it is relatively close. Gubbins goes really wide. Here comes Ray. Underneath, looking inside.
Oh,
He's
what a
got
move.
second through the S's.
Side by side, Gubbins almost loses in the S's. What a
Here comes
save. Here comes
Riggleman.
Riggleman.
Riggleman on the left. Trying to go around the outside. Gubbins back on the bottom. He's got the better entry. And we'll hang on to
Gubbins
third.
is really loose.
Yeah. Top 5, it's Delgado, Ray, Gubbins, Riggleman, then Carter Friesen, then it's David Alvarez, Jimmy Powell, and then Ben at the back.
Yeah, yesterday's hoping that these guys wadded up.
Gubbins
here.
just sends it in on
speaking of
Ray,
wadding up,
and he hits him 3 wide for second coming off of the corner.
speaking
That's
of
the
wadded
second
up,
time that they've collided in that corner. The first time was in the transfer race when Gubbins dumped Ray for the lead.
here comes Riggleman. He has the slipstream. He knows he's fast. He might try to make a move on Gubbins entering the bus
Here he
stop.
goes. Inside. Gubbins sends it into the bus stop.
Can't
And
get it done.
Riggleman can't capitalize. But for the second time, these two, Gubbins and Ray, making contact. Delgado brings it off turn 4. Continuing the lead. It's a 4-car breakaway pretty much here at the front as Carter Friesen has fallen off a little bit in that 5th spot. Into turn 1, now through the S's.
Gubbins fighting the curves, trying to get speed.
Gubbins trying to fight back on Delgado. He's there looking inside. He's got a fender on him. Couldn't get the exit right. Now here comes Riggleman trying to apply some pressure.
This is awesome. 4 cars under a blanket, all fighting for the top spot in an exhibition race. Can't get better than that.
Oh, here he goes. Gubbins with
Makes
the
the
send
move.
inside. Delgado gets
Delgado's
the better
gonna-
run in the middle for now. Gubbins tries to chase him wide. Delgado hangs
Delgado
on.
got the dirt.
Oh,
Lane
now
breaking,
Gubbins
Gubbins locks
sends
up.
it.
The crossover move.
Delgado let him send it, and Delgado cuts underneath and takes the lead back.
What a move by
Like you
Delgado.
said.
He's playing his cards right, being patient.
Like you said, that's how you burn your tires here.
Yeah.
By locking it up going into that last turn before the banking. Here they come off of NASCAR turn 2, headed for the bus stop. Delgado's
Gubbins
gotta be
late
careful.
braking, is gonna send it.
Sends
Oh,
it. He almost gets turned. What a pass for the lead. Gubbins out in front.
How long can he stay out there? Because as I mentioned, his tires should be pretty spent at the front. The front tires should be pretty spent. So we'll see if Delgado can fight back here in the few laps.
Yeah, you would have to imagine that Gubbins is gonna be running low on air in those tires, or wear, or something.
Yeah.
Running high in wear. As Delgado now trying to chase him back down for the lead, locking him up going into turn 1.
Both
They
of
both
them
go wide. Here
wide.
comes Riggleman.
Here comes
Riggleman
Riggleman.
takes the lead.
That was
Delgado falls to 4th.
Mark Riggleman played it perfectly there. He waited
Yeah.
for them to lock up and he capitalized.
Roger Ray now in 3rd as Mark Riggleman goes to the front. We'll see if he can hang on to his tires. He's been pretty methodical here.
This car's tail sliding out of that corner.
Yep.
Oh, Riggleman spins the tires.
Yep. Riggleman spun his tires coming up off the corner. Same thing with Friesen. And Easterday has caught up to the back of Powell and Alvarez after he got dumped off of Gubbins. Down the backstretch, heading for the bus stop. Nice run through there by Riggleman. Able to pull away from Gubbins a little bit more. Out of NASCAR turn 4. Riggleman continues to lead. 15 laps to go here at the line. Ray looking inside for second. Almost makes contact with Gubbins. Still trying to look under him. Gubbins smokes the tires out of one into the S's. Ray is
Oh, Jimmy Powell gets turned in turn 1.
And he is around.
Looks like off the back bump or the front bumper of Easterday.
Gubbins getting applied some pressure. Here comes Ray inside, looking for second. Now he's stuck on the outside here. Side by side, Gubbins almost pushes him off the racetrack. And Ray will take over the second spot, and here comes Delgado. He slides to the inside. Never mind, here comes Gubbins back on the top, but Ray's able to put the power down.
Gubbins seems to take that inside line in the last turn before going on to the oval.
Yeah. Apologize for the lack of frames here. Not sure what's going on.
You got right now with Easterday getting ahead of the 81 and Jimmy Powell.
Now it looks like everything's running fine again. Well, maybe not. Okay, well. Let's go back and take a look at the replay here with Powell. That got him in some trouble. This was in turn number 1. And let's have a look. Looks like he locked up the tires, and Easterday got into the back of him. They both just overcooked turn 1, and
yeah,
Powell just got rear-ended there.
It's an extremely difficult part to slow down, especially in stock cars, because you're just coming off of the travel at top speed, and then you have to brake and turn at the same time.
Gubbins with some pressure now from Delgado. Meanwhile, Roger Ray trying to close in on Riggleman for the lead. As they continue through the infield part of the course. Gubbins now trying to apply some pressure to Roger Ray. Oh, man, they almost made contact again. Gubbins
Everyone spun the tires through there.
Yeah. However, Gubbins still has to worry about the 99 in his mirror. Down the back stretch into the bus stop. Whoa!
Oh, Gubbins runs wide. He's through the grass.
Wide.
Almost hits the 99. That was close.
Squeaks by on the outside. That
man, oh man.
That could have been big.
Yeah. That just proves how critical it is to get slowed down on the bus stop.
Yep.
If you miss your braking point ever so slightly, these stock cars are not forgiving.
And that could have something to do with burning off tires, too.
It could. Because you lose braking effectiveness and you start to lock up easier when you burn off your front tires.
Oh, man, he almost got into Delgado there in turn 1, almost returned the favor.
I'd imagine his rear tires aren't doing that well either, considering he's been smoking them out of a lot of turns this race.
Yeah. Oh, he just sent it in there. And that was almost ugly for him.
He's starting to lose grip. He's going to have to try to wait, if we even have green flag pit stops, he's going to have to wait till those to get a fresh batch of good use and get back out there.
Well, if we get a caution, I sense everybody's going to come onto pit road. The question is what do they do if we don't have a caution and we're able to stay green? That is the question for these guys right now. You got to wonder if anybody's saving fuel here. Either allowing Riggleman to get away, or if Riggleman's just not planning on saving fuel and plans on coming onto pit road.
Yeah, what I think he's doing, he's trying to build up enough of a lead to, like, where the deficit isn't as bad if he comes in for a green flag pit stop, and he'll be able to make it up on the track. Man, he is attacking those curves in the bus stop.
Yeah, he's not afraid to let the car have at it around this racetrack.
The 81 seems to have retired from the race.
Interesting. I don't know if he biffed
Like
it.
he parked it off of turn 2 in the oval.
Okay. Gotta wonder if he's going to be joining us here in a moment. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, man. Delgado got loose, almost got into Ray, and then almost got both of them cleaned out by Gubbins going in through turn 1. That was close. Delgado and Ray fighting for second as Riggleman continues to pull away. Delgado right now just taking it easy. At least trying to as he runs it off the road there. Now here comes Gubbins looking to the inside. Delgado slides it into the last infield corner as they come out back onto the racetrack in NASCAR Turn 1. Down the backstretch. Riggleman with a pretty big lead. And then it's Ray and Delgado second and third. Gubbins fourth. Friesen fifth. Alvarez way behind in sixth. And then Easterday is now in seventh since Jimmy retired from the race.
Riggleman seems to be putting on his strategy.
Yeah, he's just flying around this place. And we are now one lap away from being halfway.
Delgado makes a move. Oh, he overshot the corner.
He overcooked it, and he goes way wide. He loses third. Gubbins will take it over. But now Delgado's right back on the attack. All over the back bumper of the 92.
He wants to get back to the front. He is very determined to do so.
On the outside, now he has to try and do a crossover here. Almost makes it work. Almost got it in the back of the 92. Now he's going to be on the outside for this corner, which will set him up for the inside for the next if he can hold on. He can't. He almost runs over the 92. So Gubbins safely in the third spot. As soon as I say that, Delgado closes up the gap. Trying to make this a battle heading into the bus stop as they come through turn 1 and 2, NASCAR turn 1 and 2.
We'll see if he'll make a move here because he's in the slipstream of the 92.
He's a little too far back, though, I would think, to try and make a giant run at him here. Down the backstretch. Headed for the chicane. Closing in a little bit.
He's putting the pressure on him, that's for sure.
Right on him. He overdrove that last corner there. And then knocked his car up in the air and sideways.
Yeah, they got two wheels in the grass. Yep. Kills your momentum.
Well, and the car also got up into the air, so the tires weren't on the racetrack, which means you can't really turn or go very fast when the tires are up in the air. Halfway home.
Yeah, not very effective.
Here at the Clash at the Daytona Road Course, Mark Riggleman continues to lead. And he's out front by a decent amount over Roger Ray as they go through turn number 1. Then it's Jack Gubbins and Austin Delgado as the field comes through turn 1 and through the S's. It's pretty much been all Riggleman out front. Everybody evenly spread out around the racetrack. No battles to really talk about. And of course, this time next week, we'll be back here at Daytona for the first race of the season, the Daytona 200. That'll be something to watch. We will not be here to broadcast that one.
Gubbins loops it.
And I heard him spin it.
Yeah.
He's off in the grass. No caution yet. Slow car down there. And we do not get a caution for it. I'm surprised.
If those tires weren't worn then, they're certainly worn now because he lit them up trying to go around.
Yeah, he tried to Tokyo drift the last corner on the infield and just could not hang on. So move Delgado into the third spot, but he is way far behind Ray and Riggleman. Through turn one once again. Riggleman makes it through nice and clean. Same thing with Ray. Delgado has to slide it in through the corner, but he makes it through. Friesen makes it through, as does the 92 of Gubbins. But I'm sure we'll see Mark Riggleman be dominant at other racetracks throughout the season as long as he shows up.
Yeah, he is a very fast driver a lot of the time.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say it's the super speedways that are the biggest equalizer between him and the rest of the field, but even then he can still come away with the win. So
yeah, I expect him to make a decent run at the championship this season.
As long as he makes an attempt in every race, I can agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Down the backstretch. Riggleman staying out in front. Through the bus stop. Ray far behind in second. Even farther back is Delgado in third. Gubbins has fallen all the way to fifth. So he's been passed by Friesen, which happened with that spin. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. And it's Alvarez in sixth. And Easterday back in seventh? Yes, there we go. I don't know why it was acting weird, but here we are. Riggleman crosses the stripe. 8 laps to go here at Daytona. And so far, we have not seen anybody try and come in for fuel or tires or anything. So
yeah, it's pretty strange. They might be good on fuel. They might.
I think they're close.
Yeah, when I went to the garage menu, it said 18 laps. So they'll probably be close. Some people might try to stretch and some people might try to pit.
But if it's 18 laps to start, we know that it adjusts as time goes on. It typically goes down. So
yeah, very peculiar.
We've got to be in the window here, you would think.
Yeah.
To try and pit and then make it to the end. I don't think they can just make it without pitting as Roger lights up the tires coming out of the infield section.
Yeah, I heard tires squealing. I thought he looped it.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I immediately bolted back there, but he's able to keep the car rolling. Easterday has caught Alvarez for that 6th spot. They're battling right now through the infield section, getting ready to come out towards NASCAR Turn 1. Easterday with the back end all beaten up after getting turned by Gubbins through the bus stop on the opening lap.
He's making an impressive drive back up the field.
That he is. Similar to what you had to do there in the dash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming to 7 laps to go. This time, still a long ways away from getting the checkered flag, but Still got to wonder about this fuel strategy here.
Yeah. I'd expect some people to start making pit stops sometime soon.
You would think, especially somebody like Gubbins, who absolutely scorched his tires in that opening part. If he can come in now, he may have a decent opportunity at catching back up and having an opportunity with those newer tires. But at this point, we'll just have to wait and find out if they can make it or not.
I think Mark's been slowing down his pace a bit because Gubbins just ran a 143 and Mark just ran a 145, and that's allowing Roger Ray maybe to creep up. The gap has certainly been closing somewhat.
I think it's closed in a little bit, but you have to imagine that Ray also has to be saving his stuff. But
Yeah,
the gap between the top two has shrunk a little bit as they head now into NASCAR Turn 1. And Easterday has gotten by Alvarez for that 6th spot. Headed for the bus stop once again. Riggleman makes it through. Nice and smooth. Same thing with Ray in the background. Through NASCAR 3 and 4. Off the corner now. Looks like he's staying out. 6 laps to go at the line. When do they pit? If they need to pit? You got to imagine.
Yeah.
That
in the closing stages of the race.
If they have 18 laps of fuel, then they all better be coming in.
And the gap between first and second is closing, so Mark might potentially be saving fuel here. Roger just ran a 143. Mark just ran a 144.
Well, I think it's possible that Mark's saving his stuff here.
Yeah.
But they're still pretty fast. The tire fall off is not as bad as I kind of anticipated here.
Yeah.
Since in practice they were running 142s, and I was going to say qualifying, but we never ran qualifying. But it was a lot of 143s and 142s in practice that we saw. And it looks like Gubbins has caught up now with Carter Friesen for 4th spot. As they get ready
He's
to
gonna
come
make
back
it
up
dive.
onto the NASCAR part of the course. Yeah, I was worried about that dive there, but
Yeah.
Carter was able to protect the spot.
Ooh, Mark got 2 tires in the grass, exiting the bus stop that time.
Ooh.
He's pushing it.
And Ray got a decent run through there. Oh, Gubbins trying to send it in on Friesen. Friesen backed up the chicane a little bit, and he completely obliterated it. Missed it.
Oh, he's
Spins it
spinning
back up
into the
track,
wall.
Into the outside wall. Gubbins takes 4th. We do not see a caution for it, but he locked up those tires.
Yeah, for sure.
So I
He
would
just
have to
overcooked
imagine
it.
that if you're pitting, you got to do it now because that was ugly. An ugly
Yeah.
lockup there.
That could mean aero
And here he
damage.
comes.
All
Carter
kinds
Friesen
of
to pit
problems.
road. First of what we expect everybody to do. 5 laps to go. Here at the Daytona Road Course. So Carter is the first one to pit. We expect everybody else has to. We'll see when it happens, if it happens. Riggleman continues to lead, but Ray is closing that gap by a lot. You got to wonder if maybe Delgado's saving his stuff because he has fallen way off from the top 2. Riggleman sliding the tires coming up onto the banking.
Seems like Riggleman just found a sudden burst of speed because he ran a 143.2 and Roger just ran a 143.6. So maybe he was saving.
Maybe. Be interesting to see if he has enough to make it to the checkered flag at this point. As we'll see 4 to go this time by. Riggleman sends it into the bus stop. Makes it through just fine. Roger does the same. Pretty close between these two, and these two are some of the fastest drivers in this series, no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Off of NASCAR turn 4. Riggleman stays high. Ray stays high. 4 laps to go. They're staying out. Delgado comes off the corner. He stays up. Gubbins running the outside line in 3 and 4. So the top 4 still staying out with 4 laps to go. I'll have to see how this one works out for Friesen. Through the infield part of the course, and Riggleman just, I think he's back on the gas again.
Oh, Alvarez in the wall in turn 1.
Yeah, he got a little wide. Doesn't look like he has a ton of damage, though.
Yeah, he should be able to
Take a
keep on
look.
going.
I think he just
He overcooked it.
Oh, he's in the tires now.
Oh, that's not good.
He's in the tires, still rolling, gets it back going straight, but I imagine his tires are cooked like a bird on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It just...
Coca-Cola's done expired by now.
Yeah. It's a little flat.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Ray just clobbered the curb going through the chicane.
Yeah, in the late stages of the race, I think the one thing on his mind is just push. I think both of these guys up here are good on fuel.
Yeah. You would think. Coming off the corner. 3 laps to go this time. Riggleman, Ray, all staying out. Delgado, he's coming through 3 and 4 right now. He's staying out. At this point, I'm convinced that they can make it.
Yeah, they might have
And-
been able to make it from the start.
And Alvarez is still on track. He disappeared there for a moment. Wasn't sure if he was retiring or not. So Riggleman out in front still. Ray trying to close the gap.
Ray just ran a lap 3/10 faster than Riggleman. Let's see what the data is this time around.
But at that pace, he's not going to catch Riggleman in time.
Yeah, for sure.
As they get ready to come back out onto the course.
Man, Ray got in the dirt back there. That was a wild
Yeah.
moment.
They'll see 2 laps to go next time by. Through NASCAR 1 and 2. It's all Riggleman. Down the backstretch into the chicane. Everybody making it through just fine. They'll see 2 to go here at the start-finish line, then the white, then the checkers, so we've made it a caution-free race. If we get a caution at this point, that would be the end of the race. Riggleman comes around into the tri-oval, 2 laps to go to settle it here for the Clash.
The gap certainly has shrunk. Ray just ran his fastest lap of the race as Mark locks up a tiny bit.
Yeah, he had a little bit of smoke come out from that left front tire through the S's. Ray trying to give it everything he has and try and catch Riggleman and make this a pretty interesting finish. He is definitely close.
Yeah, for sure.
Closer
Gap's
than
been
he has
slowly
been for the
shrinking.
last couple of laps.
Yeah.
They continue to move along. You only have to make it through this part one more time. But Ray is close. I think Ray's in striking distance. If he can keep this up, he may have a whiff at it here.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
that part of the course next time by.
If he keeps his pace up, he's definitely going to have a crack at Mark, as I don't know what he's doing there.
Yeah, he just drove it up to the high side. That's going to allow Riggleman to close up as he's on the bottom.
Might have had something go on. There's the background noise there. Might have something go on with his wheel, or...
Not sure, but
I don't know
Ray
what happened.
is close. Into NASCAR 3 and 4. Oh, Ray's there.
Yeah, he's there. He's
It's a
in
great
drafting
run.
distance.
Through NASCAR 3 and 4, careful of the bumps. They'll see the white flag. This thing is not over yet. One more lap to go in the clash at the Daytona Road Course. Can Riggleman hold off Roger Ray, or can Roger Ray get his first win?
And Ray is there. He is definitely there as they both go into turn 1 somewhat clean.
Ray tried to go on the outside, maybe trying to cross over through turn 1 into the S's.
He is right on Riggleman's back bumper.
This is the closest he's been to Riggleman since the drop of the green flag. Riggleman takes the inside line. Ray has no choice but to take the outside line. A little bit of defensive maneuver there from Riggleman. Still about a car length. Here we go, inside. Riggleman gives him enough room. Now Ray's going to be stuck on the outside here.
Yeah, Riggleman has the advantage that you can go on the curbs like he's doing right there. Ray has a shot on the outside.
Riggleman gets the better launch off. Now it's Ray with the run.
Let's see if Mark can pull the crossover.
Riggleman with the crossover. In an NASCAR turn 1 onto the high banks for the final time.
The bus stop will be fun for sure.
Ray out in front by 2, make it 3 car lengths. In a NASCAR turn 2. Oh, man, he almost caught the apron. Riggleman has a run. This is not over yet.
Let's see what he does in the bus stop here. He's just going to send it.
Bus stop for the final time.
Can't get there.
Ray had a great bus stop, trying to pull away. Up to the wall. Back to the bottom.
Trying to break the air.
3 car lengths is the gap. Maybe even more than that. It doesn't matter. At a NASCAR turn 4. Roger Ray, in his first ORL start in the clash ever, wins at the Daytona Road Course in a remarkable last lap pass on Mark Riggleman.
That was great racing right there.
And of course, we can't do a post-race interview because Ray doesn't have a mic.
Yeah.
So, can't really do that. But still, what a race.
Cars are still crossing the line.
Finishes 3rd. Gubbins 4th. Easterday will take home a top 5. Alvarez 6th, Friesen 7th, and Jimmy Powell will round out the field in the 8th and final position. So, final thoughts here, Kiani?
This was a really good race. We saw action all around the track, and at one point we had to worry about strategy, which eventually wasn't to be, but it was pretty entertaining all around. I thought it was a good race.
That it was. So that wraps up our coverage for this race. And I'm going to be completely honest here. I have no idea when our next race is going to be covered. The only thing I can confidently tell you is March 19th, Nakos returns right here, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a blast.
You mean April 19th? You said March.
Well, I meant May because it's starting in May. But, yeah, not March, May. Sorry. Other than that, I don't know what's on the menu next. It may be a month and a half until we go live again, but hey, we'll find out, and we'll let you know if something else is coming up in the meantime. So for all of us here, Jimmy Powell, who was with us earlier on, Nathan Kiani, who's with me right now, I'm Jacob Hitz. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a presentation of the Online Racing Network. Roger Ray wins the Clash.